Everybody else remember? Hello? Man, Mike's still asleep, man.
One.
What'd it do?
Which hand? Which hand? Which hand?
Well, Mike gave.
You get them on the line right now. Well,
And car. Gotta fly.
First stock, Apple.
It got to know that. There you go.
now we close at the 50%. Damn near at it
Oh, what?
on Apple.
Yeah, close below it, broke back above it. Show the nature news. This gap. This is what I was looking at. But yeah. We went inside this gap, and then it pushed us right back out.
Yeah.
That's a weekly. Gap right here. Close inside. I think we're probably gonna end up consolidating down here. Get all this cleaned up. Very like a little slow burn. Was 220 still being a high, but it's probably just about to slow down and pick between 206 and 190 until it pick a direction. Let's see what they got. Saying something different. Yeah. 206 might
Would you say 206 is what?
I said 206 might be the high. Well, we're like like right here.
Yeah, I think that's what was sold off from. I sold off from what 206 or 208, something like that.
Oh, you talking about when it went up that day?
Yeah, I think it opened at like 209 or 210.
Yeah, I think we probably gonna end up ending this month somewhere in this area. Where we at right now being the low. They won't put a candle next to this. But it filled this gap right here. And now it's sitting back above it. This a month, so that's for now. Yeah, probably if we take a trade on here, which it did already, this is gonna be like a slow burn. Don't fuck with it no more. So I had one for this week, I had one for next week, but they probably gonna get cooked.
Yeah.
It takes some news to get out on. I don't like that we was inside that gap and it pushed us out. That ain't good. Now it's gonna have to fight to get back above 200.
You put the Apple Care insurance on it.
No. You good on that now?
What you said?
I said that 220 is looking worse and worse. Consolidating, like where we at, I think 206 might be the high. If we go back up there, it'll end up selling off again. And I think they got earnings coming up too. So maybe that'll get it to go up there. Same thing, Nvidia. Yeah, the bullish engulfing candle right here. Well, we're lower. But then this one, it didn't go higher or lower. So probably getting into consolidation on Nvidia too. I really want Nvidia to come down here and print. Let me show y'all on the Monday. It's what Mike talk about, like the low hanging fruit. We can add a candle to be down on side.
Wicked.
Yeah, you got all these wicks. You got this candle to close. Get like another little closure down here. Then I like to buy. So let's say we close this month at 90, somewhere down there. I would be getting in. Even if it come back down to 90, I wouldn't chance not getting in there. That's buy and hold also.
That second opportunity.
Yeah.
If I could interject right quick, if you don't
There you go.
I guess nobody paying attention to the chat. The market is not done selling, brother. That's all I got. I'm gonna go back on mute.
All right. Appreciate you.
Where you put the chat at? What are you talking about?
The Zoom chat, bro.
Oh shit.
Market not done selling, bro. You can look at any weekly chart you want to look at. It's going to tell you the same thing. Market not done. Check out this.
So you said the high volume bearish ball, that's like your indicator that the market not done selling. I'm just trying to see where look at it from your point of view.
I think
Okay.
it took off. So
Look
for
at Tesla. Let's just pull up Tesla. Let's just pull up Tesla weekly. Because that's the one we was really focusing on, Tesla in the video, right?
in Apple, but like I said, that closure it had, you're not getting. Even when we called out the high numbers like the 220, it was ultimately to sell back down to like 175.
All right.
You're just playing the gap fill. So
All right. I got you. I got you.
NVIDIA going back is at 100. It needed. I feel like we need to close at 90, 89, somewhere down there. That's still like going down. Now further than that, what you had like 77 to 50?
For NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Um,
We'll go back
I
to
think
it.
it was, I think we had a number in the 70s, huh? I think it was like 75, something like that. You're right.
So
This is why I say the market not done selling. Just looking at let's look at Tesla, right? So you got the gap to the upside.
it's the monthly. You want to go to the weekly?
Yeah, go to the monthly?
It's the monthly.
Yeah, go to the weekly.
It's the weekly.
Look, check this out. You see, remember that gap?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This
the
one.
272, that 272 area, that gap. Yep, that gap right there.
This
Draw
one.
that gap for me. Yeah, draw that gap. This is what I mean, what I be talking about, King. So you see how we use that gap to take out the high, then we close back beneath that gap.
Right.
We tried once, twice, 3 times to get back above that gap. Failed. It's a sign of weakness.
Okay.
So the only thing left to do now is to go get some liquidity that's beneath us.
Okay. I get it. Seeing that when it came back down, it closed beneath the gap that
Close
took you
beneath
to
the
the
gap,
high.
and then they tried to get back in it, and they got rejected once, twice, 3 times.
All right, and that gap is now a resistance.
It's
But
not
from what I'm
resistant.
seeing, it keep
Exactly.
bouncing off it like it can't cross it.
Exactly. So, because remember last week we were saying, look, if we get a weekly closure above 272, 273, we could take it to the upside. You
Right.
didn't get
Because
that
it
weekly closure.
okay.
Now you're looking at to take it in the opposite direction if you want to. But if you look at like most of the charts that we've been talking about, whether it's Tesla, Nvidia, or I don't talk about Apple. That's Winston and Mar with Apple. Apple didn't cook so many times. I don't even know why we still look at Apple.
Hey, not to cut you off, but would a monthly closure under 275 be more confirmation that it might go to the downside?
It would, but check it out. Hold up. Can you make it a little bigger one? So last month, what did last month's candle close?
Down underneath 275. And we tested it.
But it's going. That's it.
You probably going like
It's going lower. See, because you got your monthly closure beneath it already. So now we tested it. Three weeks in a row we tested it. Couldn't get above it. Now 212 is acting as a form of support, but I guess you could say, well, once we get a closure under 212, we could take it down to 180. What's the number down there, man?
right here.
What's the low? What you want? What you want, Ace?
Right here.
What you want? You? Okay.
You got 175. I'm stuck on 136. I like you would call 140.
Won't let me sleep, won't let me be awake, won't let me do nothing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, bro. Looking for some lower numbers. So we already got the monthly closure. We got the monthly closure last month. So now this month we opened up, tested it, couldn't get above it. So you could be looking for some continuation to the downside. But that's why we was looking at the weekly too, because the week, you know, the weekly is like the lower time frame of the monthly. So the weekly let you know what's happening before the monthly lets you know.
We'll try to meet up
So
after.
you wait on the monthly, you've been in Mr. Move.
Try to get this done as early as possible.
Yeah. So they have earnings. Is that Monday or Wednesday?
Whoever earns Monday, Tesla.
That's
I'm
what.
gonna
On
just call you
22nd.
when I'm
You're gonna miss.
the card.
Them motherfuckers, they're gonna miss.
He missed. They'll probably end up back down here at like 212, depending on what they do. Right. The upside still by design of the rules we was talking about, the third candle, that'll be next month. So that candle can open down here, and then we'll get like a cheaper price on this. Again, that is a lotto, and that is kind of like forcing his hand to go to it. You get a lot of money with those trades, but it doesn't have to fill. If it don't fill, then now this bottom part is that 300 is gonna act as resistance. So that's something to see next month. Like we'll just keep on tailing this one, because that third month is about to start printing after what we got, like 10 more days in this month. So like 2 weeks, 2 trade days. It's there. That's 1.5. But you'll start, I was talking about the weekly, you'll start seeing higher numbers. You'll see that 275 getting a weekly closer above it first, then a month of like 5. Y'all caught that? No?
Yeah. I think it's highly likely that we start seeing some consolidation too.
It did. Right there.
Yeah.
It's just back and forth. Not
Break
getting,
out. It's gonna break out to the downside.
they ain't gonna break down low.
It's
I
gonna
could
break out to
definitely
the
see
downside.
that Aaron is kicking it down. He never addressed his money making situation. It's just all tweets and everything like that. Go back to that video. Like I was telling them the same thing. Probably about to get consolidation. At least to the end of the month.
Look, you see, what this the weekly?
Just the weekly. Want me to go to tomorrow?
Nah, you good right here. Cause look, even the video, bro, straight into a gap. That gap right there.
This is not the end.
Got right back out of there.
It's not our destiny.
That's weakness, bro. That's weakness.
Yeah.
It's weakness.
I can show you. Okay, I'm about to brush your teeth right now. You gotta start brushing your teeth.
All you gotta do.
You know, because the dentist say you gotta lay down. Brushing.
Let's do it. It's higher. Almost there. Just a little higher. Don't worry. Come on, help me. I'll get us out of here. No, I don't need her to save me. Look at that again. Because she'll die.
Oh, bad she is.
Then we got a lot of consolidation.
They don't play with you like that.
I don't know when they have. Man.
I would get you out, but I'm really hoping to meet your little friend.
Same thing with Spy, bro. Well, you got like we were saying, it's still in the downtrend, right? But then now you got this candle. They didn't take out a high, they didn't take out the low. So you probably get consolidation, which is kind of what I wanted. Consolidation in between this candle of 480 to 550, 548.
The Monday or the week?
This is the week.
It's a weekly, huh?
Yeah, but like we were saying, if you go to, I want to put a candle next to this one, Mike. You see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah, you probably gonna get that this month.
Yeah, so like 511 being a low, and then next month it could, if it closed at 511 down, you probably gonna see a nice strong green candle at the top of the month where it just take off.
I might disagree with you on that.
What you got?
I might disagree.
So if it respects like this auto block and shit, you don't think that don't mean
Oh
nothing?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, you're right. It's just so right now. It's just not really. It's not a clear direction now. Like the market, like on the lower time frames, like the weekly and the daily, we still in the bearish trend.
Yes.
But like if we waiting for monthly closure, you just gotta wait till the end of the month to see the closure that you get and what you're looking for. But it's to me, I still think until we have a strong bullish engulfing candle that closes above all this other stuff, then we're still bearish. We're still in the bearish trend. So any trade I'll be looking for, bro, will probably be to the downside if I'm trying to trade puts on on SPY, Tesla, whatever.
Right. So say we close at 511, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get that candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can still open that month strong just to try to get back here and not make another gap to the downside. You already got it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Even with 480 holding the weight that it do, like on a yearly,
Mm-hmm.
like, and they keep on bouncing out of there, I feel like we'll have to go to like the 580 to get a closure below 480.
Well, yeah, probably so.
Because it's hitting off of there. This from way back whenever you dig. So let's go max available. And that's the yellow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still pinging off of that. Like I said, on the year, do we need to go lower? I would like to, just for the month, to get more, take care of that wick that they have down there and get us like a solid candle down there. You see what I'm saying? But the year don't have to close down here. It's kind of done down there.
Yep.
So, and also, like you said, until we go take out, the problem we're gonna have with that is if we go take out that high, this whole candle gonna be turned over, and now you back buying at the high, because the high it takes out this time is not like, all right, we took out this, now we turning around. It's like if it takes out the high it sold from, now you're buying at the all-time high again. Am I correct by saying that?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
So hopefully it don't do nothing crazy. It give us an opportunity to like
You got people airplane?
get a little small break, and it don't make no big ass crazy ass gap. Like we'll be able to spot it, but sometimes then it take off. Now for this one, we was able to dial in and say, all right, we know where we going, because it was printing little by little and taking out some of the lows on a daily, inverting gaps on a daily to weekly, and now you can say, all right, we going down. So hopefully we get that same type of spotting to where it's not just one big ass candle. Now, do anybody have any questions about what we're saying? Any other stocks? Mhm. Oh. What about? Yeah, same thing. Consolidation, bro. But we gotta wait for a move. What that mean, right?
I
What the hell is them emojis, right?
don't know, bro.
Oh,
Bouncing a basketball and shooting dice.
oh, yeah. Definitely a gamble right now.
That's what that means.
The only lotto that I say is worth looking at, and they could do it with the drop of a tweet, is I'm still looking at the Tesla because that's the only one that's coming up on that third month. So we still need to watch down for the end of the month, and that's just going off of kind of like a little cheat move if it decide to do it again. You know what I'm saying? If it decide,
We in earnings season right now.
I believe so. And then you got so like we pointed it out several times. Like it'll go a QQQ gap. I think we probably pointed out before 1, 2, and on the third one it filled the gap. So I think it's that'll be worth the lotto. Especially we could get. We could get. Let me go back to it. If we could get that consolidation to stay down here, or like say the top of that month, like how you also pointed out, Akeem, we get the month to close at 275, and then soon as that next monthly candle start printing, you get into 380, I believe. That's almost $100 out of the money, bro. And it's probably gonna just start printing $20, $25 days, bro. So I'm watching that one, even if y'all not, because I play the end of April, May, the end of May, and
I hate I hate to be I hate to play devil's advocate, but I don't think we're gonna get that, brother.
Get the closure above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Then it is. You know, you play the game, I have it go. But I'm saying that
Well, we might though. In all seriousness, we might get it. I'm just going by what I see on the weekly. The technicals on the weekly is telling me it's weakness. So now, if the earnings report comes out and they be like, all right, we sold such and such cars, blah 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 blah, and Tesla running 300, all right. Then I'm like, all right, cool.
So look, check this out. If it can't close above that 273.60 or 275, we understand that it should go to the downside, but what would be a sign that it'll just consolidate instead of going straight to the downside?
It's consolidating right now. So once you get the break outside of that 212 he talking about, this is consolidation right here. That's what this is. See these candles just going back and forth?
Yeah.
Kind of pinging around this 250 number.
Okay.
It's consolidating and it's spiking out, trying to do something. But we know, like the top of the consolidation, we using other keys. Like, all right, you got this gap right here. Don't want to close the side of. Then we got another small gap right here. See this little small gap right here?
Yeah.
It ain't closed. Both of them are like the same number. So it'll close back inside this gap. and be inverting this gap at 271. So we just looking
Oh,
for a good closure above there, and then now you back inside this gap. It's probably gonna push up. You back. We got the monthly thing going on, so we're just looking for again. Let's say let's say we had 230 when they have earnings. If you get a $30 run and that week close up here, it ain't gonna look like a strong candle on the weekly, but you'll go to the daily and it'll have some shit that it took care of, like the consolidation on the daily. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's deal. You got the plan, and then you're helping us get to
You got this daily little shit right here. So we'll make it like 300. So if it send us up here, boom, people gonna take profit. They're gonna take profit for earnings. So now they take profit. Now we back at 275. You got the closure at 300, right?
Show us respect.
It done broke it on the weekly and all that shit. Now people taking profit. That'll get us back down to 275. We get in, we take our still again, even though it's I'm calling it a lotto because it's 1 month. You hear me? And I'm going on monthly, like a monthly play on a monthly candle. So I'm calling it a lotto, but you actually gonna have like 4 weeks on that trade. You see what I'm saying? So a lotto usually be like 1 day or 1 week, something like that. So you'll still have 4 weeks on it, but I'm banking on it to happen in one candle. That's why I'm.
oh man.
So, but 270 to 275, 280, getting like a weekly closure up there, we'll start seeing it trying to trend higher. And I wanted to go higher again because of the 3rd month candle closing that gap that we have. And from there, it could sell off and go to 140. I'm just playing the setup right now. And then if it don't close up there, y'all, and we go down, he told y'all 140. That's our bottom number. 140 our bottom number. We close outside.
So would you want to put a closure under 212 50 cent to be confirmation that it's going to 140? Since that's kind of acting as
Definitely.
all right, okay. All right.
It don't push us either way. Like let's say it go down to 212 and then the news send it back to 270. We're
Right.
in consolidation right now.
All
So
right.
if it don't break it out of there, then fuck it. Sometimes it might go to 350 off of the news and don't give you an entry. It just is what it is. I mean,
Where you at, fat girl?
sometimes you're gonna miss those setups. Though I say I'm hoping that it gives us the proper entry. I'm not gonna jump the gun on it. You see what I'm saying? I just did
Yeah.
that shit with Apple and I got cooked. You get what I'm saying? I just took the Apple weekly and got cooked on that joint. Just like, all right, let me jump ahead of it and just get in right now. The price good. So it happens. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm just gonna wait on this one. If it happens, cool. If it don't, just wait. Consolidating right now. This is consolidation. Going on the weekly, it's consolidating on the weekly too. So 212 closure below, looking for 114. And then the good thing is this too. God sparing, we gonna be getting on here every Sunday. Yeah.
Right.
So we gonna let a nigga know. All right, it's under 212. Mike, what you like? Win what you like? Ball, you know, everybody looking at it. You being very active with reading the charts too. All right, how y'all feeling? And then now you could take that shit confident, and you know what I'm saying? We got it. So we just watching this motherfucker. We can't go a week or 2 weeks without looking at it, and then now you look up and it's at 140. So I'm just stalking it right now.
Right.
That's all.
You're up on the table? No. No.
And really, that's yeah,
You
bro.
hungry? No. What you drew? You was drawing? What that is, Sonic?
with them next week, bro. Next Sunday. Looking at 'em. Oh, which is-
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
Rule number one.
Got any other questions on it?
We looking at futures? Oh no.
Yeah, you want to take care?
Nah, bro, you doing a good job today, bro.
Sure.
Doing a great job today, my boy.
Something like this. You would know. You look like someone who would know what that is.
Did you have yours up?
My futures chart is always up, brother.
Don't have it up. That was
Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I don't want to get attacked if y'all. Whoa, you're not gonna do that. I don't even know why I said that. The point is, there's some serious God stuff going down.
I just told him, boy, send me my mail yesterday, Mike.
Huh?
I just told him, send me my mail yesterday.
What?
Apex.
You got some in the mail?
Yeah.
You got the W9?
He's not gonna hit. Until then, stay alive, talk to no one.
Yeah,
If you see-
Hold on to them W9s, brother.
He's the worst. Stay away or you will die. Be good.
Well,
It won't come out.
because it just snap hard.
Oh. Filthy.
Hold on.
Definitely was bullish. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, when you go back to the front, go to the porch and check the mail, because I know on the thing it said a package was coming today, but I seen the mail person and they didn't put nothing on the side porch, so I don't know if they were putting a package on the porch or if it was just mail. So technically, it's not-
No, I can. Mom, you never reach me. Probably. Come on in. Wait, any.
Go ahead, Mike. You hear me, Mike?
Yeah, I'm here with you, brother. So look, this
It's taking forever, man.
right got us a sim trade here. This is a daily, dog. So look, this is what I this is why I said the market not done selling.
Y'all can see his chart?
They should be able to see it, huh? It just
Yeah, I see.
all right. So look, when let me go to a higher time frame. So look, this yellow box I got right here. That was a daily volume imbalance, right? So we traded into it, got kicked out. We opened up here, got kicked out again, right? So this blue line I got right here was a daily inversion that we closed back beneath on the weekly. Now, this the whole issue. This my thing. This was when we was trading to the downside, this was my price target. This low right here, right? Of course, we traded down here into this weekly gap that was beneath us. We used it as support. We took that liquidity, brought it back up here to the volume imbalance. Now we're having a hard time getting back above this volume imbalance, right? You can't really tell on the weekly, but we go on the daily. We having a hard time getting back above this, right? So even us closing above this gap, this gap being candle 1, 2, 3, we close above it with this candle, right? So this should have acted as some form of support. It didn't. We closed beneath it, traded back up to a Thursday, use it as resistance. The market looking weak, bro. It's looking weak. Now we might get some more consolidation. You know, earnings might help us. Earnings might help us. Earnings might help us, bro, but it's not happening, dog. Like this is weakness. Now, even though we have this volume imbalance that we created right here between Wednesday and Thursday, let me make the chart a little bigger. This volume imbalance right here. But all this, like even when we sold off the other week from whatever that was from, I can't remember exactly what it was. Some Trump said, I think, tariffs sold off. All right, so that sent us to the low, traded into the weekly gap down here that's beneath us. Traded higher to the volume imbalance, can't get above this volume imbalance. Try 1, 2, 3 times. Close back beneath it, close back beneath this gap, use it as resistance. Nah, we in la-la land, bro. So now it's like, for me, it's either we're gonna consolidate or sell some more. And I'm leaning on the side of selling. And you know, that's the daily. Let me go to the monthly. Because the monthly probably look the same as we were talking about when we were looking at SPY and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, this could be, I think we could sell some more, bro. I think overall, this blue line should be where it stops. And that number is, let me come on. Is 15,582.75. That's your low.
Because it's almost like this, Mike. If they leave that candle down there hanging, that's where we're gonna go to get liquidity, right? Usually those things get attacked, right? Like
Yep.
it was that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
So the market don't want to go through another 20% sell off. It just needs to go ahead and kind of chill out while it's down here. Everybody keep buying the dip and shit like that, but that's what's getting it to like. They had people there waiting for those numbers to hit, waiting for the 90 to hit so they could buy, waiting for them to hit. So they either got out or whatever, took profit, or they still sitting in these joints. But now we just need a solid close down there for everybody to get filled, get the orders to get filled and everything. Because now you're printing gaps. You got gaps down there now. And now you got it right here, the 4 hour. We got to fill that, you hear me? We kind of stuck in there. We bounced out, got back in there. What that is, a daily 4 hour? What you got, Mike?
This a 4 hour gap. This big red box?
Yeah. My bad.
Wow.
It went back above it. Now we closed back in there. It probably to fill that. Yeah.
Anytime we consolidate inside a gap like this, we close above it.
Came back.
It was right back in it. Now it's like, now granted, we still respecting 50% of this gap because even last week we came down to 50% and bounced. But so let's break that down. We came down to 50% of this gap and we bounced, but it didn't take us, we didn't get no closure outside of the gap. So that's still a sign of weakness. So it's highly likely that we're going to take out this low that's inside this 4 hour gap as well as fill this gap, right? And with that in play, all this stuff beneath us, these lows, they in play too. Like, so on the grand scheme of things, if you just look at like structure, right? If you're just looking at structure, not worrying about price, just looking at the structure of the market. So it's like you got your high right here, you got your far high, you got your low, you got your lower high, then you got your low, your higher low, then you set another high, and you didn't do anything with it, right? So then you can continue to consolidate, trade lower. Eventually, the bow is going to break, and this gap is going to get filled, and it might come clean up this stuff down here too. But it's just the market is just not like, even though we had those strong days where the market kind of rebounded, it still ain't, like even on a 1 hour, bro. Because like I tell y'all all the time, and this is what I'm trading. Like I use the 1 hour chart as my daily chart, right? Because I don't like to be like sitting at the computer all day. Like, sometimes, sometimes I won't even get it set up on a 1 hour. So, and that just lets you know that every day is not a trade day. But with that being said, so this was the gap, this gap right here on the daily, on the 1 hour, that took us to the low. We swept the low, we reversed. We closed above that gap. Right? Cool. So I was like, all right, we inverted the gap, so we should be going to the upside. We did not go to the upside. We came right back inside that gap. And then in doing that, we created another small gap, which is this red box right here, and respected it. So the market is on a higher time frame, like on a grand scheme of things, we kind of like consolidated. But like when you really look at how price is moving, it's weak. It's weak. Now, granted, the market could open up Sunday night way up here somewhere and go to running. I don't have no control over that. But as of what I see right now, the technicals that I see right now is weak. Is weak. Like, this is weak. And then like the 5 minute, like this. Uh-oh. Like the 5 minute, bro, this is what you got, dog. This is what you got. Like, so you got consolidation on a 5 minute. Like, so Thursday, this is like you could have found trades in the 5 minute. Like, for instance, like y'all know how. So this my London kill zone right here. This my London, right? Coming out of London, we couldn't get above London. Got your manipulation. I think we had some type of news Thursday. I'm not sure. But then once we broke the consolidation to the downside, we created a gap. You trade inside your gap, you take it to the low. You had these lows right here, and then you had this gap that we traded into from the previous day. That gap, let me move this so y'all can see the gap. This gap right here that we traded into from the previous day, we used it as support on Thursday. Right? So this is why, like, when I'm on the 5 minute and the 1 hour, that's my bread and butter, bro. And this is just for trading futures. Like, but when we trading options, we using high time frame, weekly, daily, monthly, so we could have time for insurance. But and this, Akeem, this for you too, bro, because I from the way you be asking questions and how you look at the market, I think you can be probably trading futures pretty soon. But and I ain't trying to put no pressure on you, dog, but I'm just
looking. I'm still,
yeah, but it's just you got to be able to find your like your niche. But even in that, dog, like I said earlier, this it's not really it's we still showing signs of weakness, man. And it's like, it's not really it's not, it hasn't picked a side yet. It hasn't picked a side. We still consolidating on the high time frame, but even on the monthly, the daily, We getting the party started in here today. So even right here, you got your volume imbalance on the daily. We couldn't get above it. Got your inversion, couldn't get above. We closed back beneath it. Use it as resistance Thursday. That's a sign of weakness to me. So we could consolidate in this area, but as of right now, that's like no specific direction to be like, all right, look, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Like this is it. That's it. Like it's you got your 4-hour gap. I know 50, you know how we talk about 50% of the gap being respected, it's still being respected. You know, we got some wicks, we wick beneath it, but the body's telling you the story. The body's saying, okay, we stand above it. But even if you look at the grand scheme of things, like we talked about earlier, Winston, look, we closed back above it. We used it as support. Then we opened up the week up here, and we kind of like just matriculated back down into the gap.
I believe in you. No one else does.
So, I mean, that's it, man. Going into the week, bro, is the same thing. The same rules applies to what we already talked about as far as SPY and Tesla and NVIDIA. But this is for my future traders, you know. I'm gonna stick to the short.
No, I'm supposed to do
So
everything.
yeah, that's all I got, man. So as far as going into the week, bro,
What are you all done?
that's it. When I don't know if you saw something else on, like if you what you was looking at going into the week trading NASDAQ, but that's all I got. Because it pretty much lined up with everything we already talked about.
Appreciate it.
All right.
What Josh looking at?
Man, Josh still in Tesla, bro.
Oh, all right.
That boy still in them Tesla calls, man.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I ain't telling that man to get out. That boy still in them. I think they probably went to zero.
Oh, now he probably gonna end it when I say this, though.
Don't say it.
Picks the past 2 days.
You said what?
I've been on Prize Picks.
I'm out of here, bro. But yeah, bro. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I'm done.
I'm good.
All right, bro. Yeah, enjoy. Hey, look, happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday, bro. Enjoy y'all weekend with your family, bro.
All right. Same here, brother.
All right, man. Y'all be good, bro.
Tashi.
Y'all be good, my boy.